Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I recently just watched the Book of Boba Fett episode 5 and 6, or The Mandalorian season 3 episode 1 and 2, because it's basically what it is. Like, I honestly don't understand why this couldn't just be in Mando season 3, really. I mean, I guess it does fit into the main storyline of the Book of Boba Fett, where he has to hire Mando to kind of get some more stuff for his whole crime lord stuff, spiel, but I kind of wish there was a lot more of Boba Fett in the show, because it's a Boba Fett show and we're not really getting that much of Boba Fett right now. But it's fine, we're probably going to get to see a good amount of stuff in the finale, though. So let's talk about this episode. So first off, let's talk about episode 5. This basically was just Mando, season 3, episode 1. There's just really wasn't anything to do with the Book of Boba Fett at all. At least in episode 6 of the Book of Boba Fett actually appeared in it for one scene, but Boba Fett doesn't appear at all in this episode. It's basically just Mando as the main character. We find a lot about the Mandalorians and stuff, and Boba Fett is, I guess, or Mando isn't really recognized as a Mandalorian anymore because he removed his helmet a few times in the show, so yeah, and he can't really get gotten forgiven, which used to be a thing in the Mandalorians because, of course, Mandalore, I think, got blown up or something, or got destroyed by the Empire, and the place where you usually get forgiveness has been destroyed, so yeah, he gets kind of boomed. What did I say? Whatever, so, he did have a fight with, I think, so Mando has the dark saber, I think, from the previous season. I don't know why him and Bo-Katan didn't have a fight, so she could get it. Or maybe they did have a fight and Bo-Katan lost. That could be something that happened. Bo-Katan could have lost. Mando still has the dark saber. He isn't really able to really use it properly. The creator of the light of the dark saber was actually like a Mando and a Jedi, a Mandalorian and a Jedi. That I think that's really cool. But his ancestor really wants it, and they had a big fight, Mando, and basically I think he lost, but Mando won, Din Djarin won, and he still has the dark saber with him. And yeah, that was cool. That was the first half of the episode. I thought it was really, really cool. We got to see a lot of the armor as well, and she was an interesting character. I think she was in Mando season 1 and 2, if I remember it correctly. I don't know, my Mandalorian knowledge isn't really up to date, if you know what I mean. I haven't watched some of the episodes in a long time. The second half of the episode was actually pretty cool as well. When Mando came to Tatooine, I was like, yay, finally, we're gonna get Boba, but no, we didn't get Boba. We did get Fennec Shand at the end, but whatever. So we come back to this woman that we see in, I think, a few episodes of The Mandalorian, and she has a new ship for Mando, and it's an N1 Nubian starfighter or whatever from episode 1. And in Star Wars, that's usually classified as a really good, popular, expensive ship, and Mando kind of brushes it off, and he doesn't really want that. He likes the Razor Crest, because the Razor Crest unfortunately got blown up, of course, in Mandalorian season 2, episode 6, which is very disappointing. Spoiler alert, I guess, for like everything. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. Like, come on. So yeah, Mando like just dismisses this Naboo starfighter. Like, come on, man. It looks good. Yeah, and then she actually made it into something really cool. It was like this silver color, and it looked really awesome. Okay, he flies around with it around where the pod race was, which was really, really cool. Around where Anakin and Sebulba were racing against each other in episode 1, which I thought was a really, really good Easter egg. I'm actually one of the people who liked the pod race scene, so this was a good bit of fan service for me. He did get stopped from the rebellion for driving a bit too fast, I guess. So the rebellion are kind of like the police in the Star Wars universe at this point, which I think is kind of a cool idea. Kind of basically a police force, but they don't. After Mando kind of blasts away, they don't really like file a report because they're like pretty lazy, and And I think one of them was Captain Rex. Now, it's pretty unlikely, but his beard did look like Captain Rex's. Um, and yeah, maybe that's why he didn't want to chase after him, because maybe he knew that Mando was up to something, and he knows what this is all about. But whatever. And Rex is with the rebellion at this point, probably. I mean, he's getting really, really old because um, he looked old in episode 6, and of course, with the clones' advanced aging, he would be 10 years older than he was in episode 6. Because all these Star Wars shows basically just take place like 5 years after episode 6. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to talk about in this episode. I mean, you know, Mando gets hired by Fennec at the end, which and I wish Boba came so we could see him, but I would just get Fennec. Oh, bloody bum Fennec, you know what I mean? She's still cool, but whatever. It would have been cool to see Boba, you know. I'm just saying, main character. Wow, I mean, I would actually like to see him in the episode, but no, poop. But at the end of the episode, he says he has to go see a special friend first, and who is that special friend? Ah! Oh, episode 6, the first scene is about the Pike Syndicates. They're kind of moving spice through our Tatooine, and we see Cod Banth again. I think that's his name. I actually forget. And he kind of shoots down 3 of the Pikes, and presumably one of them is going to call on someone who's going to appear later on in the episode. And I'm keeping quiet about this because I don't know, I'm stupid. It's cool to see this character again, the Marshal from season 2, episode 1 of The Mandalorian. It's just kind of fun to see him. Anyway, let's get on to the real juice of this episode. The sequences with Luke training Grogu is probably some of the best Star Wars media ever. Just Luke explaining who Yoda is just fills me with so much joy. People have been saying that Luke giving Yoda the Baby Yoda choice at the end was, or Luke giving Grogu the choice. Need to stop calling him Baby Yoda. Just been implanted in my brain. But whatever. Luke giving Grogu the choice at the end was kind of kind of mean of him because he's just a little baby. But we're gonna get onto that choice at the end. But I think Luke is trying to figure out if Grogu's really ready to be a Jedi, if he's ready to be committed, if his interests are really with the Jedi. But I think Luke won't just go fully with the old Jedi's past of no connections and, no loving anyone, okay, and just having, basically a soulless Jedi who doesn't care about anyone. But the stuff was incredible. Luke looks a lot better in this episode than he does, of course, in the Mandalorian season 2, episode 8. I don't know how they do it, man. This deep fake looks absolutely incredible. Definitely looks a lot better than the Mando season 2 season finale. It looks really good. Actually, Mark Hamill does actually voice Luke Skywalker, but they use something to de-age his voice. You can do that, really? Seriously, this is just a big showcase of the technology that has been used here. We don't actually know what planet this is. It's most likely Endor. But anyway, let's get on to my next topic. Ahsoka and Luke talking to each other was absolutely magical. It was so cool having Ahsoka sing the line, "Sometimes the apprentice guides the master," and I really, really want to see Luke and Ahsoka first meet, and I thought they would in this episode, but apparently they already know each other. But we will probably see them meet for the first time eventually. And man, it is so cool to see them interacting with each other. Um, so yeah, this was a really, really cool part of the episode. Anyway, 2 more things to talk about. I'm really excited to talk about the next thing. Cad motherfucking Bane is in this episode, and it is so cool. And I have gone on record to say that I don't like Cad Bane's design in this show. He just looks really ugly. But he is extremely old now. I think he's 71, and his species, the Duros, don't usually last as long as humans. So he is definitely over the average age expectancies for his species. So he's gonna look a lot older, and yeah, it is insane that he's even alive at this point. When he got through the entire Galactic Civil War, but he is one of the most powerful bounty hunters in the galaxy, and he pulls out a gun and probably kills Cod Vanth, or whatever his name is, and the deputy. So that's insane. I do, on second thought, think he actually does look good in live action, and this is probably my the most rewatchable scene in this episode because there's a lot that's going on here. Cad Bane and Boba Fett are probably gonna fight in the next episode. He's with the Pikes, and basically he was offering to pay Cod Vanth to just kind of stay out of all this, so he could run the spice through Tatooine. And of course, he doesn't really want to do that. He wants to shut. He doesn't want spice to go through his area, but of course, Cad Bane does. Maybe I should just rewatch a lot of Star Wars because I don't really get the point of stuff on first viewing. So I like that I'm actually getting the point of this scene, and he does actually remind us that Boba Fett is a killer who has worked for the Empire, and he still hates Boba Fett. And that's clear, and he kind of reminds the audience that Boba Fett did work for the Empire. He was pretty ruthless back in the Galactic Civil War, and now he's just kind of playing nice. It's kind of weird, and I think Cad Bane has kind of something against the Empire as well. The ending of this episode was really cool. Again, Luke trying to just giving a child a choice between Mando and the Jedi Hood is kind of a bit mean, but whatever. It's understandable. He wants to see if Grogu is really committed to being a Jedi. But whatever. What do I think Grogu will choose? Mando or Jedi Hood? I don't know. I would like him to choose Mando, so he can go back with Mando, and I'm pretty sure that's probably more likely. I mean, we're probably not going to see Luke and Baby Yoda, or Luke and Grogu in episode 7 of the Book of Boba Fett. We're going to leave this choice up to Mando season 3 because we got to leave something up to Mando season 3. Okay, we're getting it all in the Book of Boba Fett. Okay, not all, but basically this could be like another Mando episode, basically, because a lot of it you have Mando and Grogu, of course, and then you have Luke. And I guess you have Cad Bane in a bit of it, but whatever. The Marshal is there too, so that could, and the Marshal has met Mando before, so this all could be like in the Mandalorian. Whatever. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. I'm really excited for the next episode. My predictions is probably going to be a big war. Boba Fett and Fennec Shand, Mando, and all those up against Cad Bane and the Pikes. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be big. I can't wait to see you there.